Hello there, Kyle Katarn here, and it is Wednesday, my droids. Time for Comics with Katarn. How about that intro, huh? Shout out to Felon for the Sardaukar Techno remix. I'll throw a link in the description to this video when it's on YouTube, so you can all go check it out because it's amazing. We've only got one title today, but it's Halcyon Legacy, number 3. The comic series that at first I didn't know why I should care about it. I thought it was just like a stupid tie-in to the hotel. And then the stories were actually pretty entertaining. So now it's like swiftly becoming one of my favorites here. Ethan Sachs, little slimy. That's right. Crimson Jack. Like in Crimson Jack. I love the mustache. It's a bold move. Do you think that's why he became a pirate? Just so that he could justify having the big mustache, maybe. Alright, part 3. A cause worth fighting for. The Halcyon has been assailed by the notorious pirate Crimson Jack, who seeks to capture a resistance spy on board for a lucrative First Order bounty. But the heroic Captain Kevin and cruise director Lenka Mock may have a trick or two up their sleeves. Meanwhile, amid all the terror, the logistics droid D-309 is distracting a young passenger with tales from throughout the legendary ship's long history. It's a pretty good format for, for telling the stories. It's ironic that they're in the middle of a crisis, telling about other crises. It doesn't give you a lot of confidence as a passenger aboard the ship that like. So what you're saying is that there's basically a disaster every single time this thing leaves the port? Alright. The Halcyon. Somewhere in the mid-rim. Now. Engines at full thrust! Keep on this heading, but take evasive action now! They're about to open fire! I will slag the Halcyon down to the last rivet for this. That was the most impressive piloting I've ever seen. That Captain Kevin seems to be as good as they say. Wait. One laser went past, and then they flew that way. That's the most impressive piloting you've ever seen? Was he totally? It's like being in a hostage situation and hearing stories of World War II like generations ago. Other people were in the same predicament kind of thing. Totally. That Captain Kevin seems to be as good as they say. If there are no further unwelcome observations, take us on a course around the edge of the storm. Yes, sir, Crimson Jack. Oh, nice. He just like knocked him out. They will be forced to emerge sometime. Unless, that is, they don't make it out of that storm. Damn, Halcyon, you crazy, going into that storm like that. The shields are holding, for now. Yes, but for how long? Long enough for you to fill me in about the resistance spy you brought on board. How did you know? Let's just say I have some experience in the matter. I wouldn't have allowed them on board if it wasn't important. The First Order is on the cusp of plunging the galaxy into terror and bloodshed that hasn't been seen since the Empire fell 30 years ago. And it's up to even the most ordinary citizen to stand up and fight back. I hope this gives you a story to tell future guests, D-309. Presuming, of course, the Halcyon survives its current predicament. The radiation from a solar storm could... This volatile could... That is not the kind of tone that I'd like you to be taking in front of my granddaughter. Oh, dear, I apologize for any unintended panic. I merely... Perhaps another story. Something a bit more hopeful. Samina, can I interest you in another story to pass the time? Oh, yes, but something with action and romance and Jedi. Ah, I know just the one. And I think you, Master Comrin, may find this one particularly memorable. Oh, nice. Look at the Rancor. Not that all the memories were pleasant back when the Hutts owned the Halcyon, but at least it was safe from the clone wars that raged across the galaxy. Relatively safe. Then. Awesome, so the Halcyon used to be owned by the Hutts. And they just had a Rancor chained up in the main room. Good for them. But sir, we have fresh food in the Crown of the Corellia dining room. Roar! Oh, the Halcyon sure has become a tad more crowded than in past years. You're blocking my way! Oof. Apologies, Senator. Careful, or you'll be squashed by a passing Hutt. Oh, thank you for the assistance. Oh, nice. What are you doing, Padme? We're supposed to be undercover. The quickest way to stand out on a Hutt ship is by being polite. Oh, Anakin, aren't we fighting for a republic that's worth fighting for? Oh my god. Much obliged. There hasn't been much politeness to go around on the Halcyon since the Hutts bought the ship. Yes, well, I'm sure you have someplace else to be. Senator Vastrivok sure seemed to be in a hurry. It seems there may be something the Jedi Council suspicions about a potential defection. If Trivok were to sway Lannick to align with the Separatists, it would cut off Republic supply routes. That does seem like an awful lot of hurrying just to get to his cabin. Our spies have spotted Separatist agents at the port where the Halcyon arrives tomorrow. Maybe that's where he'll try to make a rendezvous. And Obi-Wan already has it staked out with a unit of clone troopers, so... That means we have a little bit of time to enjoy the cruise. Annie, we're supposed to be discreet. What better disguise than a couple in love on a romantic getaway? What is this? What the fuck am I looking at? Oh man, it's like when Gina Carano fought Mando, you know, when they wore the connected belts, mixed with when Will Riker like confronted his dad in Star Trek. But and they tried to make it sexy. Oh my goodness. Don't worry, I'll go easy on you. Oh, will you now? What the fuck am I looking at? Thunk. Hey, that's against the rules. After you, my love. So much for the Jedi being honorable. Double disqualification. What would you like to do next? Oh man, this is some... Yeah, this is definitely a deleted scene from Attack of the Clones. The Hutts sure love their menageries. This one looks a little friendlier than that Rancor they have chained up. Hey there, little piggy. Oh fuck, that's a puffer pig from Rebels. Yup, nice. Whoop. Can we try something less intense? It's beautiful, isn't it? Nothing but peace and quiet in the climate simulator. If peace and quiet is your cup of Batu Buka. Batu Buka? What the hell is Batu Buka? Oh, very nice of you. Can we just take a moment to have a moment? We've given up so much for the cause. I have dedicated my life to the Republic, and you've given yours to the Jedi. And I understand that we have to keep our marriage secret, but once in a while... All right, all right. You convinced me. We can enjoy the moment. There's no way the good senator can get off the ship right now. Oh, I know that ship. Oh, I know that ship. That's some Ventress Season 1 flying right there. Is that the proximity alarm I hear? It was nothing, sir. Just a glitch. Okay, carry on. Look at that swagger. Look at that strut as she's just coming down the halls with her, like, super jacked arms, by the way. Look at those freaking biceps. Even when you're incognito, you can't help being like a sex symbol, Ventress. Annie, what's wrong? I sense a familiar presence, but it can't. No. What's wrong, Anakin? Those Separatist agents at the next port were just a ruse. The extraction is happening now. Are you sure? The door is still sealed. Not for long. We're supposed to be undercover. I think we're past that point now. Looks like he had some help making his escape. Those look like lightsaber burns on the edges of that hole. Yeah, no shit, Padme. Not so rough! Do I have to remind you of how important I am to Count Dooku? No reminder is necessary, as it is the only reason I haven't killed you to silence your prattling. So keep moving. Ooh. Ah, and here I was beginning to think this mission was going to be easy. At least it's not going to be boring. Don't let them take me back! You picked the wrong side, Senator. But I could say the same thing about you. Asajj Ventress. Whoa, okay. Just open mouth, just going in for the attack. You always did talk too much, Jedi. Not much of a challenge without Kenobi at your side, boy. And you said I talk too much? Whoa, a real-life Jedi. I wish I could be strong like him. I knew him back when he was a boy about your age. Oh, nice, Padme. Yeah, I'm talking to the kid. The good senator is coming with me, Skywalker. You'll have to strike me down to get him off the Halcyon. I accept your terms. Man, they're giving Ventress some terrifying faces. This one's just a little weird, but look at this. I'd be scared to fight against that. Scared to fight against that. They're really portraying the bestial side of her fighting here. See, it wasn't his strength that made him into the great Jedi he is today. It was his desire to help others. Maybe you have the potential to be just as powerful a force for good. Everybody, drop your weapons! You're all under arrest! Ship security, we can't allow this we can't allow this to degenerate into a diplomatic incident. What's your name? Shore. Hold on, Shore. Your vacation is about to get a little more interesting. More exciting. More exciting? Shoot them! Shoot them? They're just sitting... They weren't active combatants. What are you doing, guards? Nice, she stunned him. Surrender now and I won't have to strike you down. Your bluster is not very Jedi-like. Maybe there's hope for you yet. You better hope that... Stop! Oh, stop. Translated from Huttese. What is the meaning of this outrage? If any of them move, shoot them all. With pleasure. Now, what am I to do with all of you? Bunch of troublemakers here, bringing their Republic separatist war to these poor Hutts that are just trying to live in debauchery on the Halcyon. The Halcyon belongs to the Hutts, and we agreed not to be involved in your petty squabbles. Bring your war aboard our ship, and we will reconsider our treaty. If the Hutts want to throw around threats... Anakin, please, leave the diplomacy to me before you start a second war. Oh, my Lord Hutt, we meant no offense. We are simply on a mission to bring a traitor to justice. Don't let them take me, Lord Hutt. I'm sure the Separatist Alliance will make it worth your while. Beep. Of course, we know the Republic can count on the cooperation of the Hutts, because it would be a shame for access to key trade routes through the Mid-Rim if they were to be pulled if we were to reconsider our treaty. That would be a shame. Don't listen to her! I have information on both the Republic and the Separatists that can be invaluable to you. I can be of tremendous use to the Hutts. Then, Senator Trevok, I guess you have no more use to me. I'll leave you to your diplomacy. Oh, that's so badass. Yeah, I was wondering what she did when she clicked. So, she automated the controls, gets her ship to take off. It's totally, Dr. Holocron, you're right. It's totally her ship from the Tartakovsky version of Clone Wars. When they fly, she flies it to Yavin when her and Anakin have their duel. And then it's waiting for her outside in space. Oh, that's so cool. Help me! I've got you. I'll seal off the breach. You have our gratitude, and as a gesture of our appreciation, a gift of half price off on one meal. Talking shit about the overpriced hotel. I love it. As a gesture of our appreciation, a gift of half price off on one meal. I was so scared. Wish I could be brave like you. Oh, but it's okay to feel scared, as long as you don't let it overcome you. And there may be a time, or there may be a cause that inspires you to be braver than you ever thought possible. This is a very interesting outfit for Anakin, you know? I'm not sure if I like it, but it is definitely a different direction of the fashion, like the way he's got this really thin like line across the top. It almost looks like if he was from, I forget what it's called, but Superman's planet, wherever he came from, Krypton. If he was Kryptonian, this is what he'd wear. You know what I mean? Senator Amidala sounds quite brave. The Hutts, perhaps appreciative, let Senator Amidala and her Jedi bodyguard off the ship without further incident. Though, if memory serves, the discount on the buffet was rescinded when cooler heads prevailed. It's too fucking real, man. Oh, it's too real. She was brave because she had to be. An example to all of us. D309, I have one last favor to ask. Tell Cruise Director Mock that I thank her for her hospitality, but I will be disembarking from the Halcyon early. Grandfather, what are you saying? I'm afraid this isn't going to be the trip I intended for you. The Halcyon will be doomed, whether from this storm or the pirates that lay in wait outside of it. But I'm going to do something about it. To be continued. Grandfather, what are you doing? No! I guess he is a master, right? Isn't he a Jedi Master? Well, it might have just been like the complimentary title of Master, because the droid referred to him as Master, whatever his name was. Maybe he's just a brave old man who loves his granddaughter, and he's going to go out there and do something about it. I wonder what he'd do. Yeah, you guys like the fit for Anakin? Would this have made a sweet Battlefront 2 skin if we were still getting support to that game? Because I think it would have. I dream of a world where we have a Battlefront style game where every single time a new outfit is revealed in a comic book, it is automatically added as a skin to the game for everyone that's in there. Is he really about to commit suicide on his vacation? I know, right? He's like, I'm not sure I remember what the eventual destination of the present day Halcyon is supposed to be, where they're traveling to. But the whole point is that they're supposed to be relaxing on a cruise, and hey, you know, when a life or death situation shows up and starts threatening your loved ones, I guess the vacation's over in that moment, right? Now it's a full-time job to protect you and yours. So, I get it, you know. But at the same time, like, man, that's some terrible timing. You're just trying to relax, drink a couple of, blue milks on the observation deck, watch a nebula go by. Sounds really nice, actually, when you think about it. Sign me up for that. But don't actually, because it costs like $4,000, and I don't have that for a hotel. Halcyon Legacy. Next, issue number 4. All right, what are we getting into here? Lando. I dig it. And a Hondo. We're getting Lando and Hondo together. Have we had a story of the two of them interacting before? They're like two ships in the night. I know that they were both in Rebels, but were they in Rebels together? I don't think so. I don't think I've ever seen them interact with each other, and I'm so fucking excited, man. Oh. Ok, Okay, what do we think? Are they gonna be best friends, or are they gonna absolutely hate each other? Because I feel like they're both two big personalities that can't be in that same small space without like. Chadmiral, yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, they haven't interacted with each other before, but like, oh man, oh, I could just see it. I could just see it now. Hondo's gonna wear all of the capes. He's gonna wear all Lando's capes. Also, I really appreciate this little X8 Night Sniper we got here with the pearl hand grips and everything. Like, very nice. I see your attention to detail there. Okay, cool. Well, I just got way more excited. I got way more pumped for Halcyon issue number 4 than I was before because, yeah, to my knowledge, it is our first interaction between Lando and Hondo. Hondo being, like, the new alien Lando. That's kind of the whole... I don't know. It's amazing. I'm totally down for this. Cool. Well, thank you so much for watching, everybody. That's all we got for Comics with Katarn this week. We just had the one issue. And I think that's fine, because last week was May the 4th, and we got 2 absolutely killer issues back-to-back. So we needed a little bit of a break. That being said, I think Halcyon number 3 totally stands on its own as a fun little issue. Before we end, I gotta go back and just address what the hell they tried to do here. Okay? Let's talk about this for a second. Oh, man. Like, you know what I'm talking about, right? When I talk about Will Riker trying to confront his daddy issues in the Next Generation on the Enterprise, and him and his dad, like, have to, like, have this, like, verbal sparring while hitting each other with these, like, styrofoam bats. And then, of course, when Cara Dune meets Mando, they do, like, have, like a fisticuffs. She's having a fisticuffs with some big dude in the bar, and they're attached by the waist with these electrical things. But, oh man, that's too funny. Also, their poses. Neither of them are swinging. They're both kind of like, huh, like they're flexing at each other. It's everything about this. The scenario is funny. The posing is funny. The choice of weapons. Like, I know that they're not, like, the whole point is that they're not supposed to actually be hurting each other. But in Star Wars, in science fiction, we went with bright red and bright blue styrofoam pads. Like, they are legit using Chuck E. Cheese technology right now. Like, there's no difference. Nothing that makes this Star Warsy. Like, oh, this is too good. This is too good. And then this face. Dr. Holocron, completely agree. This feels like something that George Lucas would have come up with in terms of romance. And it has a weird, like, this is bizarre, okay, but it has a really weird feeling of authenticity to it. And I think you just hit the nail on the head. It's because this is the kind of weird stuff George Lucas would have added in if he was adding more romance in. I can't wait to get on Twitter after this stream and find out what the reception to this particular panel was, because, oh boy, awesome. Overall, this was an excellent issue, and I always love more Ventress action. The fact that we got the Tartakovsky shuttle is really, really cool. This would make for an excellent Black Series figure, also. Like, give me hooded secret Ventress, just with exposed arms. It's a good look. And also, we learned a little bit more about the ship. We learned that the Halcyon was controlled by the Hutts at one point. And, like, the droid is talking, D309 is talking about how it was a period of lawlessness, but, like, between you and me, I think we all know that's when the parties were the best. Ain't a party like a Hutt party. I really hope this old man does not end up sacrificing himself. The tone of these comics really does seem to be very light-hearted and wholesome, and so I don't think we're going to get, like, a death like that. But you never know. You never know. I felt that way about the High Republic for a minute there, and then that was proven demonstrably false. They kill people left, right, and center. It's like Game of Thrones up in there. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody. That's it for Comics with Katarn. You can catch the replay of this on YouTube very soon. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you're looking forward to most coming up in the new Star Wars comics. What you think about Halcyon Legacy so far. And I'll catch you next Wednesday live on Twitch for the next one. Thanks again, and as always, may the Force be with you.